Hey everyone, my name is Sam, and today I thought I'd do something a bit different. Since my Breakpoint update overview video did quite well, and as I've recently been playing a lot of Warframe, I thought I'd make a brief explainer video about one of the features that I've been enjoying a lot recently, which is the Kuva Liches. Just as a note, I've been streaming this over on my Twitch, and this footage is taken directly from that, so it has all my follower overlays and whatnot on there. But there is a link down below if you'd like to follow my Twitch and see my live streams when they're actually live. Anyway, let's get started. So this ugly person with a funny name is a Kuva Lich. They're unlocked once you've beaten a quest called the War Within. I won't spoil the content of that quest, but it's quite an interesting one. Anyway, you then unlock this feature. I don't recall it being sort of in your face obvious that you've unlocked it, but I'll show you how to make use of it. So for starters, you'll need to be in a mission against the Grineer faction. Then there's a chance that the lights will flash yellow like this. Once that happens, you have a limited window to kill a certain number of Grineer soldiers. You'll know if it succeeds because you'll get a communication message come up from a Kuva Guardian. Now as you can see, once the message is received, you'll also get a unique red objective icon on your HUD. This directs you to a Kuva Larvaling, which you'll need to kill. You'll note that it goes into a down state once it runs out of health, and it will display a pop-up noting what Kuva weapon it will provide. If you choose to mercy kill the Larvaling, it will spawn the Kuva Lich, which begins the next part of the system. Once you return to your orbiter, you'll get a message from your newly made Lich, and a pop-up on screen to say that they've risen. To access the detailed info on your Kuva Lich, open the pause menu and select the red icon at the bottom next to Nightwave. This page contains detailed info as well as a nice view of your randomly generated Lich. Think of them like the Orcs in Shadow of War, or mercenaries in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They have a unique appearance and a few random skills. The main thing you want to concern yourself with at this stage is the Requiems on the right hand side. You'll need to complete activities to find out which Requiems you need, but it will never tell you the order you need them in, hence there'll always be a bit of trial and error. This page also lists resistances, weaknesses, quirks, and some other information, like where the Larvaling was killed and which Warframe you used to kill it. It's worth noting that specific Warframes can create Liches of specific damage types, so there is the ability to plan and manipulate the type of Lich you create. Now if you turn your attention to the navigation panel, you'll see a red haze over an area of a random planet. In this case mine was Mars. The planet choice is completely random, and as your Lich levels up they'll expand to different planets. As you can see, the red controlled zones will have the option to play the default mission or the high level Kuva variant. You'll need to do the Kuva mission to make progress towards beating your Lich. Once you arrive at your mission, you should see a red marker similar to the one that denoted the Larvaling. This will point you to a Thrall. Up to 10 can spawn per mission, and they replace standard enemies with a Thrall variant. Much like the Larvaling, you'll need to mercy kill it once you've downed it. This will give you a small amount of progress towards a Requiem Murmur. You'll need to kill and kill and kill Thralls until you complete the Murmur, which will then give you some information that will help you further. Once you complete a Murmur and return to your orbiter, you'll get a pop-up telling you which Requiem mod is needed for injuring the Lich. You'll need to open Requiem relics to gain the relevant mod. You should have picked up a few from killing Thralls throughout the missions, but if not, there are Kuva Siphon missions you can do, which I'll go into in another video if necessary. Once you've got the Requiem mod, you need to equip it to your Parazon. You'll then have to get 2 more Murmurs before you know all 3 of the required mods, though you still won't know which order they need to be in. It's worth noting that each failed attempt with an incorrect Requiem mod will level up the Lich in their missions, as well as expanding their controlled territory. There are some strategies on how to most efficiently figure out the mods and their orders without leveling up the Lich too much, but I'll leave that up to you to figure out. Once you have all the required relics and think you've got the right order, keep playing Kuva missions until your Lich decides to spawn. Once that happens, fight them until one chunk of their health has gone down. They'll temporarily go into a down state to regenerate the health. During this time, go up to them and attempt to mercy kill them. If your first slotted Requiem mod is correct, the fight will carry on to the next chunk of health. If it's wrong, the Kuva Lich will break free and teleport away, which will give them a chance to level up. In the event the first mod was right, repeat for the second and third mods. If all were correct, the Kuva Lich will be down and you'll be left with an option. You'll have to choose whether to kill or convert the Lich. If the Lich has an ephemera, you'll be rewarded with that regardless of your decision. The main differences lie within the weapons. Killing the Lich will grant you with its weapon ready-made for you to use as and when you're ready, but converting it will provide you with a blueprint to allow you to build the weapon yourself. Converting it also allows the Lich to be traded to other players. There's also a system to have a converted Lich spawn as a backup on a mission, as like an ally sort of thing, but that seems to be very rare and I'm yet to see it happen. So that is Kuva Liches in a nutshell. There's a lot more detail to some parts of the process, but I thought I'd try and keep it as basic as possible. I could do a more detailed video if it's requested and if it's necessary. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more content like this, let me know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.